Good day everyone, my name is Thineish Naidu and I will be presenting our group project closure plan based on KLIA2 case study. My group mate Muhammad Amirul Maro and I collaborated a closure to structure this presentation according to PM Box 6 edition guidelines and real world project practices. Today I will be covering the key areas of project completion, lesson learned, process improvement and sustainable closure from a project manager point of view. KLIA 2 or Kuala Lumpur International Airport 2 is a Malaysia major international terminal opened in 2014 to replace LCCT. It's managed by Malaysian Airport Holdings Berhad and designed to serve 45 million passengers a year. The closure process of KLIA 2 was complex because it involved multiple stakeholders, contractors and government agencies. Therefore, ensuring structure handover, documentation and sustainability was critical. This presentation will focus on 4 key parts: completion and handover, lesson learned, process improvement, and sustainable closure best practices. Steps for project completion and final handover. The closure phase at KLIA 2 follow a very structured process. It begins with final inspection and quality checks to ensure every work met the specifications. Then handover documentation such as manuals, warranties, and as-built drawings were prepared. A formal handover meeting was conducted between the project team and Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad to transfer ownership officially. After that, a completion certificate was issued once all deliverables were verified. Finally, the closure phase involved financial settlement, demobilizations, and post-completion reviews. Practical application examples. In the case of KLIA 2, the handover process was extremely large scale, involving over 100 contractors and 3 government bodies. To manage this complexity, the project team used centralized handover checklist system to track documents and defects systematically. Client verification sessions were held weekly until all works were accepted, ensuring transparency. As a result, the outcome was smoother transition from the project delivery team to the operation and facility management units under MAHP. Lesson learned and documentations. Following completion, structure evaluations sessions were organized by Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad to capture lesson learned. This session involved engineer, contractors and facility managers working together to discuss the key issues like cost overruns, design coordination and stakeholder communication. All findings were documented in MAHP Project Knowledge Management System to ensure the future projects could benefit. This approach aligns with the PM Box 6 edition, which emphasized maintaining a lesson learned register throughout the project life cycle. Example of lesson learned. Some of the main lessons learned from KLIA 2 included the importance of improving design coordination to prevent rework in future expansions and conducting passenger flow studies that influence better terminal layouts. Feedback from safety management also helped strengthen inspection protocols, while lessons learned were shared across other MAHP projects to promote continued improvement and organizational learning. Going to the next part, process improvement strategies. Based on those lessons, KLIA 2 implemented several improvement strategies. The first was process standardization, using unified templates and documentation to reduce inconsistencies between contractors. Next was digital tool integration, such as BIM, building information modeling, which enhanced coordination and clash detection. Capacity building programs were introduced through workshops and cross-departmental training, while regular review meetings ensure constant monitoring workflow and performance. Best practices for sustainable closure. KLIA 2 closures process also emphasized long-term sustainability. A formal closure checklist was used to verify all the deliverables were complete and compliant. Post-occupancy evaluations or POEs were carried out to measure operational performance and safety once the airport became functional. Sustainability audits track performance indicators such as energy, water, waste in line with ISO 14001 and Green Building Index standards. Finally, knowledge transfer sessions between contractors and facility managers help maintain operational readiness. Coming to the next point, sustainable impact. These closures practice had lasting impacts. They improve environmental performance by reducing energy and water waste. Stakeholder trust was strengthened through transparent reporting and documentation. Operational continuity was achieved because the facility management team was already integrated during closure, and digital tools ensured all data was stored for long-term learning through project management information system. Coming to the next part, integration and lesson learned. KLIA 2 shows the closure isn't just an isolated phase. It's a part of continuous learning and improvement cycle. The project demonstrates how closure links documentation, project improvement, and sustainability into a single integrated framework. This supports PMBOK's principle that closure serves as both an and a new beginning. Moreover, the seamless transition from a project delivery to facility management ensured operational readiness and asset longevity. In conclusion, KLIA 2 proved that effective closure goes beyond just documentation. It ensures accountability, sustainability, and continuous improvement across the entire project lifecycle. The key outcomes include efficient handover and documentation, a strong lesson learned culture, innovation through BIM and PMIS, and a performance aligned with sustainable development goal 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. Ultimately, KLIA 2 has a new benchmark for Malaysia's future national infrastructure projects. Our references for this presentation are drawn from reliable and professional sources such as PMBOK's 6th edition, Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad Annual Sustainability Report 2023, the Green Building Index, and the ISO 41001 Facility Management Standards. These references provide the theoretical and practical foundation for the structured project closure plan we discussed, particularly the integration of sustainability and process improvement. With that, I have completed my part of the presentation, sharing my perspective as the project manager on the KLIA 2 closure process. I'll now pass the presentation over to my group mate Muhammad Amirul Maruf, who will continue with his point of view and further insights related to the topic. Thank you.